Okay, I think this is going to be working. We got some signal here. We got audio going. We got visual going. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you
Okay,
good.
cool. Awesome. So, this is your first time doing Skype.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool. It's basically the same thing as Zoom.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, no,
It's the, it's the,
I did it once before, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Okay, so
your screen, you were wiping stuff. Like, is everything clean? Did the dog sneeze or something?
no, I have cats, so there was,
Cats, that's right.
cat
I got the
hair
dog.
and dust. I know. Is he there?
Yes. Yeah. I should go grab him.
I gotta see him.
Grab her.
Her?
Yes.
I gotta see her. I forget her name. It was something cool, but you're gonna have to show me because I thought you were gonna send me a picture, David. I was waiting on that picture.
I've been cleaning up pee accidents and poo accidents, so I haven't had a chance to take too many pictures. I don't think you want that. Plus,
that is okay. I understand. Yeah. I understand.
But
okay,
before this interview is up, before we sign off, I will make sure I go grab her. I think she's upstairs with my girls right now. So.
And she's good? Is she good?
She's cute as a button.
A good dog? Oh, awesome.
Yes, her name
I'm happy for you. Dinia?
Zinnia with a Z.
Zinnia. Okay, you were telling me that. That's a really cool name.
Yeah, thanks. Well, my daughters are saffron, which is a flower and a spice. Azalea, which is a flower. My boy's Everest, which is its own thing. He's a mountain of a man. But then Zinnia is another flower. So we had to keep the trend going, and so we call her Zinnia.
Dude, Zinnia. Your kids literally have the coolest names. Oh, look at him in the back. Is that Everest?
Oh, where is he? Oh, hey! Yeah, this is Everest. Come here. He's got binoculars.
So cute.
He's like playing with the binoculars. Can you go like this?
Hi.
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 Can we see you? Oh, I see you way up far away.
No.
So
that's so cool.
We have noise going everywhere. There's homeschooling, every screen except for this one's commandeered. And he's waiting for me to finish so that he can take over this screen behind me and watch The Incredibles.
Oh, okay. Then we'll get it over with then for him.
I think we're good.
Okay,
It says it's recording, so let me make sure all is well. Yeah, okay. I think this is good. This is cool.
Okay, so this is like an actual like interview thing, which I did not know. So we're gonna do it. Okay. So
official.
Hi David.
Bring up.
Okay, official. Okay, hi David. Welcome to Behind the Beat. You are a singer, a songwriter, a host, and much more. How is everything currently?
Hi Nicole. It's so good to see you. Long time no see. Things are crazy right now. Things are just for everybody. It's so far. I wear a lot of different hats of a performer, a singer, a television producer, host, and entertainer. We have a marketing company, and my best titles are husband and father, and that's probably the one that's keeping me the busiest right now because of everything that's going on. Is just crazy because I was supposed to have maybe the busiest year ever. Just on packed, occupational hazard. In the industry, you travel a ton, you perform a ton, and you go to the people, but there's no people. So,
yeah, of course.
5 months of gigs, performances, shows, events, gone. Just totally.
Yeah, I feel that.
Right. So it's flipped, turned upside down, as they say in showbiz. When the curtain's down, you're unemployed. So.
Right.
That's where I'm at.
Right.
So you kind of trying to put lots of lines in the water and irons in the fire and see what you can do. But you know what? Not just this industry. A lot of my friends, and I'm sure your friends as well, in so many different industries of not just entertainment, but the mom and pop shops. People are getting hit really hard. And some friends of mine, they've had to close their doors. Their businesses are done. They survive this. It's really sad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a crazy time. So you personally are working on, you were telling me this before, you're working on a project of your own with the music side of things. Is quarantine like affecting that? Can you do some of that at home, or is it kind of put on pause because of all that's going on?
Yeah, it is on pause right now because we have a bunch of shows lined up, performances that have to be postponed or have gotten canceled for a later date. But it's a music project, and it's a big band project. So big band,
right.
like, you know, Frank Sinatra, Bublé, Connick Jr., Bobby Darin. Like it's the American Songbook. And
right.
my buddy Caleb Chapman is my band leader. So he leads the band of 16 guys, you know, all tuxedos. It's true big band. And we call it the Osmond Chapman Orchestra. And we have a brand new album we just finished of original arrangements to some of the classic songs you might recognize from days gone by. But then we cover like Elvis Presley and Johnny Cash and some cool, fresh arrangements to some of those songs. And even current songs like Bruno Mars, Justin Timberlake. And we also write some of our own original songs. So I've got a brand new album ready to go. We're going to release it on Club 44 Records, distributed through Sony Records. And we were slated to push this out in May. It's going to have to get postponed a little bit just because of circumstance. But we'll get that out there as soon as possible. And I think there's some light at the end of the tunnel with life coming back to a little bit of normalcy and going. So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, that's my new music project. And I think you might dig it. It's a timeless sound of American Songbook.
I'm excited to hear it because I've seen you do a bunch of stuff. Like, obviously, like you said, you're a guy who wears many hats, but I've never heard this from you in like a different kind of music style, because I only listen to like modern R&B and like pop, and like I tried to get, you know, country in there and, you know, rap and stuff like that, but I never really
put country and rap together. It's just crap. No, just kidding.
You're not wrong.
No, actually, country and rap is hot right now. It's Old Town Road, man. It's awesome. There's a lot of crossover, and I know you've got your foot in R&B and hip hop, and that's kind of what you've been doing.
Right.
That's your jam and what your music is.
I mostly listen to R&B and pop just because I like the way R&B kind of speaks to me, I guess. I mean, that's kind of like cliche, but I guess that's kind of why I like it. But, you know, R&B comes from blues and like old, you know, just the stuff back in the day that could maybe relate to the project that you are doing. Which
what R&B or blues from back in the day was an influence on you? Who were your favorite artists?
I want to say I don't listen to back in the day, like, but I would say people like Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston for sure. I remember being like a little girl and just looking up Whitney Houston's like YouTube and just watching and being like, Mom, like she does something different at every single one of her concerts. Like she's amazing, you know?
Yeah.
Who were your influencers?
You know, I loved R&B a lot growing up. My first influences, of course, were my dad's family. You know, they were a musical family and still are. So growing up around the stage and the television and the lights and the sound, like that definitely influenced my my musical passion. But as far as musical groups, I mean, the gamut from classic rock, Led Zeppelin, the Doobie Brothers, to Marvin Gaye and Aaron Neville and Harry Belafonte and Frank Sinatra, Harry Connick Jr. I wanted to be Harry Connick Jr. when I was a kid, with the big band stuff, and so many amazing artists that are current right now. There is so much content musically out there in the marketplace, and so much to consume. It's pretty amazing. So that's the trick nowadays, is with such a vast pool of artists and music, how do you get noticed? How do you get heard? And how can you make your art to create enough noise to go above all the rest
and stand out?
So it's a whole new ball game than what it used to be even 5-10 years ago, you know?
Do you think that if you hadn't grown up in the family that you were obviously born into, do you think you still would have taken this path, or do you think you would have found yourself somewhere else?
That's a great question. For better or worse.
I was just curious.
You know, I always wanted to be like a doctor, actually. I love medicine. I love I love science. I love...
Really?
I mean, I'm a little odd that way, but I love figuring things out and puzzles and things like, you know what I'm saying? And so I may have gone that route. Maybe I would have been like the musical doctor, the like a Patch Adams guy.
Interesting.
But certainly, yes, growing up in the family that I have definitely influenced my career choices, what I've done my whole life since I was just 2 years old, performing on stage and writing and creating and producing. But at the same time, because of the family I grew up in, I think I was also given a nice perspective on what it really was about. My dad, he was the leader of his group, of his family, and kind of the spokesman. And he saw with my brothers and I that we had this desire. I have 7 brothers, no sisters, and I remember 8 boys. So myself and my 3 older brothers, when I was just 2, we started singing together as a barbershop quartet. And my dad did teach us the ropes. He taught us harmony, he taught us voice, how to perform, and taught us a lot of material. But he also taught us that we need to do it, and if we're going to do it right. So he taught us how to work, how to hone the craft. We got up at 5:30 every day, and we would rehearse minimum of 3 hours a day, besides the school and homeschool or whatever we were doing for our studies. And you put your dues in, and you work hard. Because he knew kind of the challenges that come with this industry. And it does have its ups and downs. But I think he also instilled in us a way to create a grounding, a foundation of what our principles are, what our values are. So you know who you are. So when winds are blowing and it's pushing you each way, you always have a grounding. And I think actually more than anything, that is the biggest blessing I've had, is learning from that example from my dad and his family.
Yeah, I love that, because you can just tell just talking to you, you're not someone who was born into a family and had everything handed to you. You worked for it, and you realized the value behind hard work and working for what you have. Yeah. So, I mean, it's refreshing to see that, because you see a lot of people who aren't like that,
in any industry, not just show business, entertainment.
Of course.
I've learned from the great examples of my family. I stand on the shoulders of giants. I love them, and they've done amazing things, and they've had great success, and they've had great failures as well. And learning from that is one of the best. I've also learned from their example that you meet the same people on the way up as you do on the way down. So you be kind to everybody. You treat everyone equally, and you work hard. Right. This is not. Oh, hey, buddy. This is not, this is the new norm, right? This is working from home.
Yeah, literally.
And this stuff is crazy right now, isn't it? Don't you just love this? He's like looking at his watch.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
Incredible.
He's like, can we watch TV? Oh, okay. I'll wrap it up soon.
In about 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks is your birthday.
Way.
How old are you going to be?
No, 5.
5. You know what you want?
5.
It's 4 right now. What do you want for your birthday?
Mom already got me stuff.
Oh, Mom already got me stuff.
Oh yeah, a new puppy.
Not my choice. Hey, tell my friend Nicole. Tell her what we did last night. Where were we? What did we do?
A camp out?
We had a camp out yesterday in our backyard.
No way.
It was my daughter Saffron's birthday. And so
oh my gosh.
We weren't able to have the birthday party with all the friends over, but we had a lot of friends do the drive-by thing, came by the house, dropped gifts off, honked the horn, and then we went out the back. Yep. That's right. We set up a tent in the back and had kind of a water party and a camp out last night. It was so
That's
fun.
So awesome. Do all your kids have a birthday like near each other?
What's that?
Do all your kids have a birthday near each other?
They actually do. So Saffron,
do you want to know what's funny?
Yesterday, his is on May 10th, so in just less than 2 weeks, and then Azalea is May 27th, so all within that time frame.
Do you want to know what's so funny?
What's that?
Me and my siblings all have birthdays wicked close too, because my oldest brother Michael's birthday is September 4th. Mine is September 10th, and then my 2 other brothers are October 13th and October 29th.
Wow.
So it's all within 2 months.
There's a magical time there in the year.
Yeah.
Same with our family. Stars align.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. But I like that you're making the most out of quarantine.
You try to keep it as normal as possible. It's frustrating. I'm not going to lie. And there's a lot of people, like I mentioned, that are going through much harder circumstances than we are. Physically, emotionally, it's a tough time, and from the work perspective, being able to support a family for so many people, my the streams of income and everything you plan on as far as economically completely cut off, and so many people go through that right now. So I think I hope that we can start to see each other through maybe a different lens and realize we're all in the same lifeboat together. We're rowing in the same direction, just trying to stay afloat.
Definitely.
And
I agree.
A lot of creative stuff going to be coming out of this, I think, not just musically, but new platforms of entertainment, the way that we engage. The fact that we can get on, a Skype or a Zoom or something like this. Yeah. And the consumer at home is they're cool with it now. We can now reach, especially with Wonderama, which I'm really excited about for this season, is instead of bringing everybody into the studio in New York, where it's so fun, it's such a blast. Of course, we have 100 kids in the audience, and it's messy games, and I mean, it's just loud and crazy. But now we also get to reach kids maybe in South Africa or down in South America or in Japan or South Korea. Like we can go all over the globe and highlight kids that are doing incredible things, whether it's music or dance or cooking or science, play some games. I'm excited to see what we can come up with for this year's version of Wonderama. I mean, it's definitely going to be different, especially for you, because you kind of have to, run the whole situation. So I think it's going to be really cool to see, but I think it might be difficult on your part. Yeah, but I think you'll enjoy being able to connect with kids who maybe couldn't go and in a different situation if things were still normal, like kids you just said were all over the world. Yeah. And what you're going to be doing with the Wonderama Beat, I'm so excited because you're going to give the sneak peek behind the scenes of everything that happens. Some of the are you writing a song, the Wonderama Beat?
No, that's the song downstairs.
Oh, okay. We should come up with a Wonderama Beat song. That's a good idea.
That could be cool.
Beat, beat, like a Wonderama. Beat, beat. That's the song apparently he just came up with.
Wait. Are you getting your kids into all the stuff that you do too? Music, acting, with stuff like that?
With a major warning flag. You know what you're getting into. He'll hear a song and immediately sing it verbatim, pitch right on, just clotheslines it. My daughter Azalea certainly has this voice that's just huge and loves it. They all sing together. They play piano. They're doing some really cool stuff. So music is very prevalent in our house. If they take it seriously as a career, we'll see. I'll try and introduce other career paths, of course. But yeah, time will tell. If that's their passion, I will absolutely support them and help them as much as I can to know the pros
so awesome.
And all the pros and cons.
Yeah, of course. That's so awesome. Well, thank you, David. He's singing more than I ever did when I was his age. Like, for real.
Start singing.
I want to say maybe I got into music at probably about 7, and then actually started pursuing music at probably 11. I would say, which is funny though, because my parents and, my entire family, nobody ever did music. So it's kind of just a thing that I just kind of wanted to do.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
That's kind of interesting. You would go into that career and where there was no influence to do so. I mean, you can tell that you've got passion for it then.
Yeah. I don't know. Everyone's path is kind of different. I think maybe sometimes you just get kind of dragged into a path that you just, love, I guess.
Loving it.
I do. I always tell my family, I mean, I know nobody else does music, but I really can't see myself doing anything else. I would not be happy doing anything else,
And your mom, she helps you out the whole way. Is she right there?
Yes.
Is she considered the momager? Is that the term you would say? Is she looking out for it on all fronts? Hi, Mom.
She's not a momager where she's annoying, but she's a momager where she's like so supportive, and if I have like a breakdown, she's my shoulder to cry on.
That's
she is
awesome.
She
That's
takes
amazing.
care of anything. If I get stressed, she breaks it down for me. She put this box here so that it's higher and you're not looking up my nose.
You know what though? That's the best person you can have in your camp, because they know you better than anybody. They're not just going to be a yes man or yes
right,
because you can surround yourself with people that make you feel like everything you do is just golden. But if you can surround yourself with people that are honest with you and have your best interest in mind, that's the best thing you could possibly have. So hey,
100%.
I totally agree. My dad was our dadager as we grew up, and it was awesome. For better or worse, you need kind of both. You need a bulldog in your camp. You need someone to look out for your best interests, and someone to help steer you on a good path. So I give
definitely
full props to Mom. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you, David, again.
You're welcome.
It's always good talking to you.
We've had a chance to chat a few times, and it's always good to get to know you a little better, and your whole family. And I can't wait to hear more. I hear that you got a lot of stuff coming out musically, not just music, but videos as well. And I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
Are you?
Thank you.
I was asking you during this quarantine. Are you doing a lot of music from your home, right there on the behind the scenes stuff for yourself?
That's what makes it so tough, is because I have studio equipment and I can do it, but I don't know how to do it yet. And it's like, I've always been like someone who like, I'm so bad at tech. Like, I didn't set this up. My mom did. I have no idea how to. So, I mean, I've been writing and, just doing my usual stuff, just like covers and, content and stuff like that. But on the like music project side of things, thank God that I have all of my music that will be on my EP. It's done. Thank God. Yeah. So I don't have to do that at home, but for like studio side of things, I really am put on pause. Yeah. So I'm just, writing, just doing the stuff that I usually do, which is good. It's good.
Who are you working with? Those that know the trade that are producing right now?
I'm working with KG from Naughty by Nature, and I'm working with his writers and producers, which are called Lady and a Tramp, and they're super, super cool. And I also work with Vinny, but he's not really on the producing side of things.
Oh yeah,
the like creating music side of things. But
those guys are
amazing. He knows Vinny. Yeah, no, they are the best people. Yeah, and they're just the most supportive people, and they when you can tell whether people have your best interest or not. Like they're not in it for they're not in it for money, they're not in it for recognition or any of that. They're literally just in it because they have a passion for this, they care about me, and like you can really tell. And I think it's literally my favorite people on earth. So
I'm that you got connected.
My mom just looked at me. She goes,
What'd she say?
No. You're also my favorite. I'm just saying, like, they're some of my favorite people on earth. She's so offended right now.
Like, what about me? I'm like chopped liver?
I know, literally.
Are you from Jersey originally, or
No, I'm actually born and raised Southern New Hampshire.
New Hampshire?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Southern New Hampshire. Yep.
That's great.
But we go to New Jersey a lot for, work, and so we're there, at least a couple times a month, except for now.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, are you're the youngest in your family, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And 3 brothers?
Yeah, 3 older brothers.
Were they like the protective brothers, like looking out for you?
Yep, like you have no idea.
Are, right?
Yep, you have no idea. They all still live at home, so I mean, they watch my every move. And
so dating for you has got to be wonderful when your 3 brothers are right there.
You have no idea, David. You have no idea.
3 amigos.
Yeah, but you know, it's always nice too. Like you probably had it because you had 3 older brothers as well. But
yeah.
You know, if I ever ran into an issue, you know, I always have a team behind me ready to threaten someone that they're gonna kill them.
Mess with our sister.
For real. But you also had, you know, younger brothers too, so you probably had to be the older brother too, which I never had to
the best. Well,
be the older sibling.
I got to introduce you to the newest member of the Osmond family.
Oh!
Come say hi. This is Saffron. Come say hi. This was Saffron's birthday yesterday.
Hi.
You say hi. Come on camera right here.
How are you? Oh my gosh!
How old you turn?
11.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
What we did
so
last night?
awesome.
Tell me where we were last night. In the backyard.
Yeah, we were sleeping in the backyard.
That is so cool.
We had a good time.
Man.
It was awesome. And this is Julia. Hi.
Look at how small she is. Mom, come look at this pop.
She is precious.
She is
12
tiny.
weeks old, and she's 2 pounds. And she's so well-natured, just sweet demeanor. And this is because all the kids had birthdays right in within this time period. So this is all 3 of theirs birthday present. And she
Oh
is
my God.
too. She's so sweet.
Now, will she get much bigger?
From what we know, we actually had a Yorkshire Terrier for about 14 and a half years. And she was so sweet. Her name was Trinity. She only had 3 legs. That's why she was named Trinity for the 3.
That's so
And she
cool.
lived to be about 14 and a half years old, and she was only 4 pounds.
Oh, that's the perfect size.
She's going to probably get
She's
to
gonna
about
get like that.
5, maybe 6 pounds, about 5 pounds, I think. So just a
Perfect.
tiny little girl.
My cat is literally like 3 times the size of your puppy right now. Oh my gosh, for real. Like, oh my gosh. She is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
She's sweet. She is sweet.
Oh my gosh. I'm so happy for you.
There you go.
That would be entertaining in quarantine, definitely.
Yeah, for these kids.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh. So
That's
we lost
awesome.
our minds. We're getting a puppy. I have to look for like a trampoline or something because they got to get their energy out somewhere.
Oh my gosh. My mom's going.
All right, get a tramp.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Well, thank you, David. And I hope you have a wonderful more birthday with your kid.
Thank you. Thank you so
And
much.
I hope Everest enjoys this movie.
Yeah, he gets the Incredibles, so he's gonna be happy now.
Oh, okay.
But thanks for
thank
your
you
time.
so
Thanks for all
much.
you're doing. I'm excited for you, and so excited
Thank
to have
you.
you part of the Wonderama family. To do the Wonderama behind the beat, like that's so cool.
Yeah,
we gotta come up
it'll
with
be
that theme
fun.
song. We have a start on this song, so maybe we'll collab and get something together for the.
Listen, I want to hear Everest on it, okay? As long as he's on the song, I'm in.
Awesome, sounds good. Thanks so much for your time. You're the best.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
I'll stop this here.